The meeting is sort of delayed because many of our members or role players are not present. Welcome to today's meeting. My name is Gaurav Chaudhary and I am Buddy's Sergeant at Arms. To officially start the meeting, I want to note that this meeting will be recorded and shared amongst the members for study and self-reflection. Some parts may also be used for promotional material later. In order to have a smooth meeting, I have some ground rules. Here are some ground rules. Uh, Please put yourself on mute when not speaking. Don't interrupt when someone is speaking. Be attentive throughout the meeting. Support speakers with your warm smiles and clapping. And the last one, the most important one. Please don't use derogatory words towards any religion or any specific person. Let's have a great meeting. Over to you, Mr. President.
Okay, good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Sridip Mazumdar. I am the acting presiding officer for this particular evening, this particular afternoon. So good to really have you all here. Now, this is the meeting number 205 of Sprouts Toastmasters Club, and we are seriously very, very blessed to have you all with us. Okay, so we have a lot of very, very interesting couple of very interesting announcements first to begin with. Just one moment. So we got some phenomenal news right now. We have with us our very, very magical area director, Toastmaster Krishna Priya Harsh, who is going to be conducting the, of course, yeah, first of all, formally inducting the new members into the club, and then, of course, conducting the whole installation ceremony for our new XCOM. We have a few guests. So first, let's finish off our guests' introduction. So if you can just turn on your videos. The first I have guest Lakshmi. So guest Lakshmi, can you please give us a brief insight about yourself and what are your expectations from today's meeting?
Yeah, hi everyone. Very good afternoon. This is Lakshmi Narayanan. I'm from Mysore. I'm from Mysore. I'm actually working as a facility head. I'm taking care of one tech park. I'm basically an electrical engineer. So I want to improve my public speaking communication. So that's the reason I'm here. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi sir. Good to have you. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this meeting a lot. Okay. We have with us guest Lovely Sharma. Lovely ma'am, if you can kindly give us a brief introduction about yourself and your expectation from today's meeting.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, sorry. The same thing, I want to improve my communication skills. That's why I joined the group.
Amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am. And you're definitely going to have a phenomenal meeting, that's for sure. And we're hoping that you will enjoy the table topics. I think table topics are there in store for you. Perfect. So without any further ado, let's bring in our phenomenal area director, Toastmaster Krishna Priya Harsh. KPH, ma'am, can we?
Hello. Hi, Surdeep. Just give me 1 second. I am unable
Yes,
to fix
yes.
my camera. So just give me a second. But meanwhile, hi, everyone. Hello. A very, very good afternoon to everyone present in the room. Just let me know when you people can see my, can you see my video right now? Am I, hello? Can
Yes,
see?
you are visible. Yes, yes.
Super. So hi everybody, a very very good afternoon to all the members and to all the guests present in the meeting right now. I am Toastmaster Krishna Priya Harsh and I have a little long name so people call me KPH. So feel free to call me Toastmaster KPH and I'm the area director of Area C3. For all those people who are really new to Toastmasters and either you are new inducted members or your guests, I'm sure that you people must have heard that Toastmasters helps you in your communication and leadership journey. So when you're working on your communication journey, you're working on giving speeches, etc., and you're coming and getting the feedbacks and working on that. And when you work on a leadership journey, you have various levels. Like within club, you become the president, and then you have an other level which is called area director, division director, district director. So I'm the area director, and under me there are 5 to 6 clubs that I manage and we ensure that the clubs are operating properly, people are working properly. And in that interchange of energy, you learn a lot. And one day you look back and you realize, oh my God, life has taught you a lot of lessons. And that's how Toastmasters is operated. So thanks Toastmaster Suryadeep and Toastmaster Yogeshwari for having me here in Sprouts Club. It feels like a family that such amazing people are there and you've invited me for such a cool thing that is induction of new member and induction of leaders. So big congratulations to all the members and leaders. And Toastmaster Suryadeep, let me know how are we going to move forward because I am extremely enthusiastic about the induction ceremony.
Definitely. Okay, so here's how it's going to be. I mean, Toastmaster KPH I will be sharing the screen of the newer members and we'll bring them up one at a time. We'll be giving you a minute to speak. Toastmaster KPH will be formally inducting you as a Toastmaster and you can share whatever you wish to. So KPH, I'm going to just spotlight you and then one at a time we are going to be bringing in our new members. Just give me this.
Sure.
Where is
so, since we are inducting our members first, I would just quickly tell on my behalf, and then we're going to share the PPT as well, that way back when I joined Toastmasters, I'm sure that everybody, we have our own reasons to join in. So some people would join because they want to network. Some people join in because they want to communicate, get better with their communication skills. Some join because they want to become big public speakers. Some because they want to become good TED speakers. So we all have our whys, why I'm joining Toastmasters. But believe me, your why is very small. Because when you actually join this organization, your why will keep on increasing. So maybe you join for networking, but you'll realize, oh my God, I need to work on my communication also. And then you'll realize, oh my God, I need to work on my leadership also. And then you'll realize, oh my God, I need to work on my interpersonal skills also. And when you look back, you'll realize, oh, it's already 5 to 6 years I'm a part of this organization. I've made friends. I've created beautiful memories. I've grown as a person. And when I'm sad, I have a friend with me. When I'm, low in my energies, I have somebody to boost me up. The days when I'm feeling underconfident about myself, I have somebody to hold my hand and say that, you know what, that day you gave a great speech. And if you can do that, I know you can do anything in your life. You're going to inspire so many people. You're going to heal so many people by your words. And being a member of Toastmasters is not just coming here to work on your communication, but it's working unknowingly on your personality, on the human you're becoming. So I'm sure one by one we are going to induct all the members. But from my heart, big congratulations on taking this step and becoming a part of such a cool club, that's Sprout Club, which has 2 super duper cool leaders, Toastmaster Suryadeep and Toastmaster Yogeshwari as the club coaches. So thanks Toastmaster Suryadeep. Let's officially start with the induction.
Okay, before that, just a little correction. I'm just the assistant of the club coach and not we have
Oh, yes.
Toastmaster Shri
Oh, yes.
as the, okay.
So even see, there are two things. One is something that's called on papers. Second is something that's called as the person in action. So even though you're not written on papers, but how much Toastmaster Yogeshwari and Toastmaster Shri do, you ensure that you can, help and support them as much as possible. So for me, in my heart, you are the club coach, even though you're not on papers, but for me in heart, you are the club coach as well.
Thank you. Okay, so let's bring up one by one. This is the list of new members that has joined from April 1st. We have Toastmaster Mukta Gera. So let's give a huge round of applause for Mukta ma'am. Then we have Toastmaster Ravi Srivastav, Toastmaster Satya Sai, Toastmaster Tasneem ma'am, and Toastmaster Vishal More. So we'll be KPH, if you can, I'll be bringing them up, and then we'll just have a formal induction. So first, let's bring up Toastmaster Mukta Gera. Mukta ma'am, are you there? Can just, yeah, there you go. Yes.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Yeah, if you can remove my spotlight and give the spotlight to Toastmaster Mukta.
Okay. I'm new to your group, family group, but still I'm very enthusiastic about speaking and meeting other people. I'm a teacher by profession, and I love maths and science, which is hated by everybody. But still, I'm trying to develop my communication skill and networking skill with you all people. And I was the secretary of Sweet Magic Toastmaster Club. So I'm not new to anything which is happening in the club, but I'm very great enthusiastic in meeting you all people. And I think I will change my personality outlook with you people. You all people are very energetic, and same goes with me. Thanks to Yogeshwari and Surya. Both of them are very dynamic, and I think they like dynamic people. That is the key crust of their magic, and we all are very happy to work as a teamwork in this Sprouts family. Thank you, everybody.
Great. Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Mukta. Superb. I mean, totally agree to your fact that you are a highly energetic person, and we are more than happy that a family only flourishes when there are people with energy, belief system that they can change the world. And Toastmaster Mukta, we can see that you have that spark and energy. So thanks for being a part of Toastmasters Sprouts family. And everybody in the chat box, let's welcome her with putting welcome. Let's give her a clap, show some reactions. Let the energy flow. We have a new member at the end of the day. So it's a day to actually celebrate and show some love. So yes, meanwhile, people show the love. Let's go to the next member who we are inducting now.
Yes, the next member is Toastmaster Ravi. So Ravi sir, the spotlight is on you. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. I am Ravi Srivastav. By profession, I am from telecom field, and basically my work is from the back-end side of the my function. I am not till now. I am not directly interacted with some person directly, so that I joined this community and this TM to improve my communication skill, my personal development, and to remove my hesitation. Basically, most of the time I feel hesitate to talk to anybody, and sometimes I totally forget about. My mind is blank sometimes when some new person directly interact to me, and I'm not able to explain my things to someone. So thank you to meet all the energetic person in this group. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravi. Big warm welcome to you to the club, and thanks for showing that super enthusiasm in the club. I must say that Toastmaster Ravi has a very good body language at the first go itself, so he's already doing great in his communication journey. So now just few changes in the language and few upgradation with the content, and I'm sure you are anyway going to rock on the stage. Thanks for being a part of the family, and feel so happy. You know, I just feel like I am the grandmother, and we have so many family members joining in, and you know, the family is getting just bigger and bigger. So big congratulations and a huge warm welcome to you, Toastmaster Ravi. Let's go to our next
Thank you.
member.
Okay, so our third new Sprouts member is Toastmaster Satya Sai. So Toastmaster Satya Sai, spotlight is on you. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Satya Sai. I am currently pursuing my BTech final year in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I am from Andhra Pradesh. I had recently played for All India level football tournament in Kerala, and my hobbies include reading newspapers and reading non-fiction books. I have been joining the Toastmasters meetings since 2 to 3 months, and this is the time I want to take action. I want to improve my public speaking skills and networking, so I joined the Toastmasters. Looking forward to have a great meeting. Thank you.
A big warm welcome to you, Toastmaster Satya Sai. So I think that whenever we give speeches and we receive feedbacks and we are in that learning journey, one of the biggest problems that happens is sometimes it becomes difficult for people to take up the feedback, to take up the criticism, because we all want to love, you know, we love being appreciated. But when we have a sportsman who's already has that sportsman spirit, who's been, you know, playing around, and I'm sure you really understand how it is to fall and then still rise and keep playing, you are going to be an inspiration to many. We are looking forward to hear your BTech stories. We are looking forward to hear your All India football stories. We're looking forward to hear all the non-fictional books that you're reading. So a lot of value I can instantly see with the small introduction here. And a big welcome to you, Toastmaster Satya Sai, to our family.
Thank you so much, KPH. Okay, so our next Toastmaster inducted today is Toastmaster Tasneem ma'am. So yeah, Tasneem ma'am is again one of our very dear family members. Tasneem ma'am, over to you.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, Suryadeep and Yogeshwari. So I would start with my professional. I am a chartered accountant by profession, and I'm working with a corporate bank. It's called Agricole Corporate Investment Bank. And on personal front, I love tracking and I love reading books. So these are the two main personal passions that I follow. And I am here on the Toastmasters just because of the push from Yogeshwari. I was not really ready given the crucial time that we have right now, financial year ending, but definitely she pushed me through, and I'm happy that, and I'm glad that today I'm here with all of you all, and looking forward to improve on my communication and leadership skills. Thank you everyone for a very warm welcome.
A big welcome to you, Toastmaster. I'm sure that meanwhile you would have joined the meeting. You must be hearing yes, this name, yes, this name. So it's a very happy feeling when a guest becomes Toastmaster and we prefix them and call them with that word Toastmaster Tasneem. It just makes us feel like there is a community and it's just increasing with positive people like you. And I must say the smile you carry and the thought you had that in being a CA in the financial year to actually become a part of Toastmasters shows how much, you know, fire you must be having in your mind, and how much convincing part Toastmaster Yogeshwari has, that she could actually show you the genuine benefits that you thought of investing it in such a crucial time. So looking forward to hear more about your financial CA journey. Is not at all an easy one. So looking forward to hear your attempt stories, your stories of how you studied. And yes, and obviously trekking is another interesting area of storytelling. So we're looking forward to hear that. Thanks for the smile. And thanks for making this entire family even more positive. A big warm welcome to you, Toastmaster Tasneem.
Okay, we also have our very dear Toastmaster Vishal More as our final member who has joined our club. So Toastmaster Vishal, let me just spotlight you. Yeah, Vishal sir, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my journey has started with almost 2 years back with SAC family, and I was interacting with Surya and Uma ma'am from the same group. and they are, they are like leaders to me, and which I would like to follow. I know Toastmaster about most of the things about Toastmaster, but I want to have that journey. I want to see myself as a completely transpose kind of personality, and I would like to see myself as a Toastmaster at a very good level. And of course, my role model is Surya. So who I saw him, and the way he is, the energy level and everything, just what he is showing to the team and team members. He is extending the lot of support. So I wish to be like him as a role model as of now. And let me see how I can contribute, because I am a corporate by profession. I work for a bank. I am a vice president in a private bank, and I take care of the entire vertical. So I would like to share my entire journey. I would like to share my entire experience, my thoughts to the entire team, and I want to make this group as a special group in terms of the learning and the growth perspective. So I'm looking forward a lot of help from all of you, and also I want to contribute a lot of things, whatever I can contribute from my experience, my knowledge, or whatever the limited knowledge I have. So I'm looking forward to have a great journey with this Toastmaster team, and I will certainly love to have your feedback, your support to grow me in terms of as a person, as a employee, as a individual, and most of them as a Toastmaster. So I am looking forward to see that. Thanks everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal, and for bringing that really positive energy. And I must say that listening to your very descriptive idea about Toastmasters and what you really want and what you can give, I'm sure you must have given a deep thought and analysis to Toastmasters. And any person who gets associated to a family with so much of thought not only creates a lot of value, but also gets a lot in return without knowing. So I'm sure that it's the right time for you to start your growth journey. And with huge hugs and lots of love, a big warm welcome to you and to all the family members. A big warm welcome to Sprouts Toastmasters Club. So yes, just a huge round of applause for all of you. And so with this, I think we have inducted all our new members. And I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Suryadeep.
Yes, KPH, you have another small little job, and that is installing our newer XCOM.
Yes.
So the last week we had the elections, and in the elections we have had this following results. So I would love for you to do the honors. Just one moment. Yeah. So the president and vice president education of the club is Toastmaster Anupam. Okay, so Toastmaster Bhushan is the vice president membership. Vice President Public Relations, Sergeant at Arms, and Treasurer is Toastmaster Gaurav, and Toastmaster Rajkumar is the secretary. So, KPH, if you can do the honors.
A big congratulations to all the EC members. Taking up the role of leadership and executive committee is indeed a responsibility you take initially for the club, but later on you realize that it just transmits in your growth and development. So a big congratulations to all those 4 people who actually stood up and said that we are going to take the responsibility to ensure that everybody is going to get their roles, work properly, and the club is going to survive in the most beautiful manner. So what we can do is that now we are going to take an oath. So if we can spotlight all our 4 EC team members. And meanwhile, I want the room should be filled with energy. So all the people who are not ECs, but we are a part of this family, flood in the chat box with your love. Send hearts, send congratulations, send what you expect from your EC. Maybe you want love from them, maybe you want dedication from them, maybe you want discipline from them, maybe you want growth from them. Just flood the chat box with that, because then they know what you expect from them. And when the expectations are clear, things just become easier. So now that we have all our EC members spotlighted, I want you all to just unmute yourselves and take an oath with me that so I'm going to repeat, I'm going to say, and you can repeat along with me. Okay. So great. So I can see the chat box already flooded with the expectations and loves. So we will start with the oath ceremony, everybody now. So 3, 2, 1. We as the EC team.
We as a AC team
Will ensure.
Will ensure
That all the members.
all the members
Needs are met.
needs are met
And follow the pillar of Toastmasters.
Follow the pillars of Toastmasters.
That is respect
With respect
and integrity.
and integrity.
Great. So with this, now I would officially like to announce that our EC team is installed. And here we have our EC committee who's going to ensure that all of us are going to rise, shine, and together grow. So let's unmute everybody, unmute yourselves and have a clap for them, because we are actually the top bearers of the club. So with this, now I would like to call Toastmaster Anupam, who is the president of the club, to share his views and visions about the EC. And before I call Toastmaster Anupam, I would just like to quickly add on few lines about him. So around a week back or so, I had my first interaction with Toastmaster Anupam. And the first call I had, or the first time I saw him speaking, one thing that I really take away from my part is two special characteristics that I feel makes him really different from others. One is that he really carries an honest enthusiasm when he does something. And second is a very humble and humility are two pillars that I think very deeply defines him. So when he was giving his speech, the first time he spoke to me on the call, the way he conducts himself makes you feel that he's going to protect us and he's going to respect all the thoughts I'm trying to put in. So when a person like him becomes the president, I know that the club is in hands of a person who is really going to honor the needs of all the club members. So I'm really happy, Toastmaster Anupam, to see you as the president, and so happy that everybody saw that spark in you and voted for you. So now we would love to listen from you. What are your visions about the club, and what is the role? What are you going to take up as the role of the EC?
So good afternoon, everyone, and especially good afternoon, our area director, Krishna Priya Darshna. So thank you for that introduction and giving us the direction. Apart from that, I would also like to thank two pillars, like as you also mentioned, Dr. Surya and Yogeshwari ma'am. A big thank you to showing the pathway. Okay, so what could be the going forward? What should be the path? Okay, thank you so much for giving this opportunity. I would like to thank each and every one of you. At the same time, I would like to congratulate other ExCom members also. At the same time, those who were there in the previous terms. Okay, so those who have served, I think it was a fabulous, fantastic experience I had earlier when I needed few of the speeches. I think the way they all helped me, I can't thank them anymore. So I think they deserved a round of applause from my side, because when I needed, they supported me. And same goes here in this term also. Whenever if somebody is needing something, we all are there to support. All the ExCom committee would be there to help that person. The kind of treatment I got, I'll definitely ensure that it should be passed to other members as well. And going forward, I think we should think and we should, I'm quite confident enough that our club would be one of the top clubs in at this moment in India, and definitely in some time in the world also. So that kind of confidence I have, because the kind of environment over here is really make me feel like it's a great club, and we all should participate more and more, and we'll all put our 100% to make this club the best club. I would also, along with all my ExCom, we will definitely ensure that the types of quality meeting which takes place, it will be definitely of a top class, and we will all ensure that the timelines, the other things which are important things which are there, we'll all follow, and we'll make a protocol sort of things that whenever somebody is attending, he is getting value for that. Even the participant or maybe the guest who is joining, they'll be delighted to see the quality of our meetings. So that is from my side, and I'm sure the kind of help and support which I'm getting will be getting from Toastmaster Gaurav, Toastmaster Rajkumar, and Toastmaster Bhushan, along with the entire team. We'll be able to take this to a different level altogether. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anupam. It was indeed a very, very inspiring speech. I read somewhere that your dreams that come true, it first happens in your mind and then happens in real. So you first need to have a thought to create something big, and only then you create something big actually in life. So to have the vision that you're going to have quality meetings, you're going to make it the best club, not only in India, but in the world. These are big dreams that usually people don't even think about. They only think about they're going to run the club. So when you have the thought, such big thoughts, I'm sure it's going to happen. And one day when I'm the area director, where people are going to say that there's a club called Sprouts Toastmaster Club that gives you world-class meetings. And I'm going to say the inception of the idea happened in the induction, the EC induction that I attended and I conducted. So thanks Toastmaster Anupam, and thanks to all the EC members for taking up the responsibility and for guiding all the members. I'll just request you one thing, and this is my honest personal experience that I want to share with you all. So I've been a part of Toastmasters for 3.5 years now. And in these 3.5 years, I took up the role of VP Education, VP Membership, and also the president of the club. And each time when I took it, it was very challenging for me initially. I thought, oh my God, why am I supposed to make posters? Oh my God, this is so boring. Why people come and give me feedbacks? But every time I created an acceptance to a feedback and created a belief that I can do it, it not only helped me to create good results, but also lowered my ego and increased the thought that there is always you can learn something from the other person. Even if he's younger, even if he's elder, that person can teach you technology, that person can teach you creativity. The only thing you need to have is close the doors of ego and open the world of acceptance. And I think that's the mantra of leadership. So with this, I would now like to hand it over to Toastmaster Suryadeep, and loads of love to all the new inducted members, to all the old members who are already a part of Sprouts, and to the EC. Rock it and make us feel proud. Over to you, Toastmaster Suryadeep.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for our sensational area director. I would like for all of us to just unmute and give this round of applause to her, because from the club, from the entire Sprouts family, we have this token of appreciation, token of love for you, Toastmaster KPH. Just a little, very small little token of appreciation from our end. Thank you so much for gracing our meeting today. I think we are all really privileged to have you as our area director, not just because you are supportive and you are always so welcoming and happy and always encouraging, but sincere gratitude and appreciation to the kind of work that you're doing, not just for Sprouts, but for every club under this under the C3 area. I mean, you are an inspiration for all of us, and we are so blessed to have you today. Thank you so much once again. So that
thank you so much, Toastmaster Suryadeep.
So that brings us to our the end of our XCOM installation and also the new members induction. Now let's move on straight to the meeting. I think today we have a sensational meeting in store. So we have a very special person with us right now, all the way from, he's been the second runner-up in the international speech contest recently concluded in Voltaire Toastmasters Club in Visakhapatnam. He decided to renew his Toastmasters membership in my home club, Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. Today, we are super blessed to have with us the sensational, he's a student, he's an environmental activist. He is someone with that kind of a vision that we all need to have, the vision for the youth. He embodies that passion, integrity, determination, grit, zeal. And we're so blessed to have him today as the Toastmaster of the day. Let's welcome with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Venkat Sai as the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Venkat Sai, the virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suryadeep. And I didn't know I have introduction, this much introduction back of me. Thank you for having that. So today's theme is the rise of video calling. So how many of you know when the video calling is arise? Anybody? When this video calling has come into place? No? Anybody? Toastmaster Anupam? Any guess?
Maybe somewhere around 2007, 8.
Yes. So let me take you in this journey, the rise of video calling. So the French poet Victor Hugo has said, "There's nothing more powerful than the idea whose time has come." And the world has been using video calling for more than a decade now. Yet, it took just one event to accelerate the adoption of this unprecedented coronavirus pandemic. When this pandemic took over, there was just one company at forefront to read the situation, that is the Zoom. Yes, how many of you agree with me? Does it seem unfair that companies like Skype, who came first, didn't reach where did Zoom reach? Does it? Can somebody respond? Well, Bill Gates is no stranger to this. No wonder he said, life isn't fair. Get used to this. But what worked for Zoom? Well, for starters, Zoom was launched in times when smartphones were very hand and mobile and internet rates across the world had reduced drastically. That created a customer base unlike even before in the history. But coupled in the fact when coronavirus stuck with us, everything from executive meets at a Fortune 500 company to your 1-year-old kid's birthday wishing were happening online. That made it all more easier for Zoom to Zoom. Well, we here at Toastmasters have nothing to complain about, right? Thanks to Zoom, our learning continued even during the pandemic. We are all learning, right? How many are here for learning? I'm here for learning. How many are here? Okay. What about the backside people of the black color window? Okay. I think they are not learning. They are here for the fun and entertainment. On that note, let me tell you how a Toastmaster meeting functions. Every Toastmaster meet has 3 parts: prepare speech section, table topic section, and evaluation session. And the last part of the evaluation is where the general evaluator will be giving a comprehensive report on the entire meeting. On that note, let me invite our general evaluator, Suryadeep, Toastmaster Suryadeep. Toastmaster Suryadeep, the stage is yours. Okay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkat Sai. I am back again, this time as a general evaluator. Now, my role today will be to evaluate the entire meeting, all the way from start to the finish. Why do we do that? Because evaluation is a breakfast of champions, is what Ralph C. Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters, has said. Now, the entire thing happens across the SWOT analysis, meaning every single speaker that comes in, I'm going to be breaking down their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and treats. I don't really like to threat people. It's just treating people. And we're going to be understanding every single aspect of it with respect to the speaking, the areas of improvement, all of those things. Now, to assist me, I've been blessed with a phenomenal and a very dynamic team to assist me with this entire process. The first is obviously I'm going to be having a timer. So as a timer today, we have with us Toastmaster Gaurav. So Toastmaster Gaurav, could you please bless us with your role description? Over to you.
Greetings, Mr. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, fellow speeches, and evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote the specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise green card, and at 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll raise red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to the specific speech times. Ice break speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. 4 minutes, I'll raise green card. 5 minutes, I'll raise yellow card. And 6 minutes, I'll raise red card. For other speeches, should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I'll raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be of 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise a green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll raise yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Thank you, Mr. Toastmasters. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. Let's bring up our next role player who's going to count my... Okay, I'm kind of stuck. I'm talking about the R counters role. Let's bring up our newly elected president, Toastmaster Anupam. Over to you. Please bless us with your role description. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, guests. So my role today is basically I'll be taking care of all your ohms, well, so, like, but, and all the repetitive words which we are using today. This is a great opportunity for me also in this role to improve my listening abilities. And this was the first role which I have taken when I joined Toastmasters. So it is very close to everybody's heart, I feel, like this R counter, because you get the opportunity to listen and then note down whatever the mistakes the people are making. At the same time, when you are speaking for the next time, then also you will realize that how many R arms you have made. So thank you. Over to you, Dr. Surya.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Toastmaster Anupam. And finally, every Toastmasters meeting is incomplete without English. Yeah, I say that because the English is just like salt for any food. And today, as the English master, we have another fellow doctor. I'm really excited for this particular role, because honestly, when I interacted with this person for the first time, I just felt, my God, someone of this stature, with so much of humility, with that passion to learn. I mean, I was just kind of like head over heels. As a grammarian of the day, let's invite, with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar Arunachalam. Rajkumar, sir, please bless us with your role description. Over to you, sir.
Very good afternoon, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. As a grammarian, today it's my responsibility to pay attention to all the speakers and listening to them very carefully, to their language usage. I'll take a note of any misuses of English language, as well as any outstanding uses, quotes, sayings, or thoughts, etc. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. But today, the word of the day is, many of them would have come across this word large, and it's something peculiar when I came across. So I thought, let me put this here. Largesse, which means money or gifts given generously. The point of the day, and for example, it is being used in such a way. When I was in need, I benefited from the largesse of an anonymous donor. So especially it's a time where the war is taking place, and let it be COVID-19 or any natural calamities, people, they plunge in to help others, and they come from many NGOs and organizations. So that ways, this largesse is this way also it can be used. And each speaker will be encouraged to use the word of the day. And I will give the word of the day report and the grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you. Thank you to Toastmaster Evaluation.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar Arunachalam. We're super, super excited. I would request him to place the word of the day, phrase of the day, if in the chat itself, for the benefit of everybody, so that we can all use it. Okay, that brings us to the end of the General Evaluator's introduction. Along with the team of the auxiliary role players, will be back at the end with our report. Now let's hand over, have a phenomenal meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Venkat Sai.
Let's give up a big round of applause for General Well-Written and Stack team for introduction. Now let's quickly jump into the prepared speech sections. Today we have wonderful three speakers on our stage. Now let me call upon speaker 1, Toastmaster Yogeshwari. Before calling upon her stage, let me call her evaluator again, Toastmaster Dr. Suryadeep, again on the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkat Sai. So our first speaker for the day is attempting her level 1 project 4 on evaluation and feedback. This is her second speech. The purpose of this project is to practice applying the feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective, respectful evaluation speech. This being the second speech, the speaker was asked to, in order to meet the goals, she has to present either the same speech in a different club with a certain additions to the feedback received in the first speech, for which the speaker has given us the details that her title will be in sync with the presentation in her speech. She has fixed her ending and she has also fixed her camera angle as well. So we are expecting a phenomenal speech once again from Toastmaster Yogeshwari. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suryadeep. Toastmaster Yogeshwari, Cry Baby, Toastmaster Yogeshwari. Over to you, Toastmaster Yogeshwari.
A day that made me cry for every single incident I went through. 3rd November 2021. I was all packed with my backpack, 2 bags, and I was ready with my phone to book an Ola cab. My dad standing with the rage of anger, and he said, "You should never come back." My mom on the other side, standing helpless. Dear Toastmasters, and my dear future Toastmasters, the day I left my home once and for all. What could be the reason for me leaving home? Number 1, I loved a guy. My dad doesn't like him. Number 2, I loved being in Toastmasters. My dad doesn't like it. Number 3, I wanted to be an female entrepreneur. My dad doesn't believe in it. There's no synergy between me and my dad. We keep fighting anything and everything. I have no other choice but to leave home, and I did. Was it an easy choice? I can't say that. I booked the Ola, I boarded. As I was in the cab, I started questioning myself. Was my decision in leaving home right? What if my career didn't work out? What if my love life didn't work out? What will I do? Can I go back home? As I was thinking about it, I realized that I reached the airport. Now here is the 3 most dramatic thing happened. Are you ready for the roller coaster ride? Number 1, the love of my life is waiting near the airport. As he was there and I arrived, are you thinking that I'm feeling so happy? No. It was a feeling of amalgamation of exile and excitement. We entered in. I asked him, can I go to the washroom? I just want to refresh. I went, and as I was from the distance reaching to the place where we were about to sit, from the distance, he was calling me, waving at me, come fast. I realized every pair of the eyes were on me. Immediately as I approached, he started, "Every night in my dreams, I see you. I feel you. And he knelt down, asking me, will you marry me? I stood perplexed and I don't know what is really happening. As I said yes, the crowd started roaring, thundering applause. Still, I stood perplexed. I sat over there and I started crying because I couldn't understand what I was going through. He called me, come on, cry baby, will you cry for this? You have to be happy. Yes, I was in cloud 9. Boom, literally in clouds many. That was my first flight. I got the window seat. I forgot him. I was completely into enjoying the nature's beauty. I saw that there's a different world of cloud out there, where I felt like I could jump out of the aircraft and walk on the marshmallow of clouds, hold the hanging mountains, and try to touch the floating clouds that passed me. 1.5 hours of journey. For me, it was just 1.30 minutes. It just went like that. We landed in Pune. From there, we booked an Ola. He booked a cab. We boarded. As I was walking, as I was just seeing the streets and the lanes and the highways of Pune, I started crying again. He was scared. He asked me, what happened? Why are you crying again? Do you want to go back home? Don't ask me the reason when I'm crying, because I'm choked and I cannot speak. Let me cry. He did let me cry that day. I cried until we reached the place where we were about to live. He called me a crybaby, but I call myself someone who has the strength and the guts to emit all my feelings out through tears. I'm sure that everyone out there sitting would have cried some or the other incident or event. And people would have called you if you were men. People would have told, why are you crying? You're a man, you need to be strong. If you were women, people would have told you, oh, you are crying. You are always someone who keeps crying for everything. And I'll tell you, crying is something which makes you strong, which makes you powerful, which helps you to take out all the pain out, and which helps you to be light. If you cannot cry, then you are a coward. If you are crying, you are someone who has all the strength on the planet to move on, to face anything and everything that comes your way. And later, what happened in my story? Recently, I spoke to my dad. I went back to Chennai. First time after 4 months, I spoke to him. I cried, he cried, we all cried, and he accepted me. He loved me back. And the love is more abundant right now. He felt my importance and I felt his importance. Crying is not bad. Getting away and doing what you want is not bad. Just feel it. And you will get through that. Are you a crybaby? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogesh. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Speaker 1 Yogesh. Now, when I was listening to her speech, when I was a Toastmaster at the start, there was a table topics coming up around me, and I was the first speaker. Then they asked me, I think all of you know, is crying is a weakness, is crying is a sign of weakness or strength? Then I said, it's a weakness. Oh, now I can say crying is a sign of strength. It makes us powerful, and when we cry, we can go all over the world, and we are powerful. Thank you so much. That's our first lesson today in Toastmaster Meet I learned as from the speaker 1. Now let's welcome our speaker 2, Toastmaster Bhushan. Before that, I would like to call this evaluator, Toastmaster Yogeshwari. Before that, I would like to call evaluator 2.1, or we can say evaluator 2.0, like say robot 2.0, Toastmaster Dr. Surati.
Thank you so much. I am back again. So right now I will be evaluating the evaluator. So this particular project is a part of the level 1 project for evaluation and feedback, in which the speaker will be evaluating an icebreaker or any particular speech, and my role will be to evaluate the evaluator's evaluation. So the purpose of this project is also for the member to deliver constructive feedback on an other member's presentation. The purpose is to serve as a speech evaluator during the club during a club meeting. Timer, please note, my evaluation will also follow the same guidelines as the other evaluations, 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Venkat.
Thank you so much. Now, can I have Toastmaster Yogeshwari to list out the objectives of Toastmaster Bhushan's speech?
Yes, just give me few minutes. I am just lost. Sorry for that. Okay, so Toastmaster Bhushan will be presenting his speech from Motivational Strategies, Level 1, Project 2, and just 1 minute. I am so sorry I didn't receive his evaluations yet. So I'm so sorry for that. I know that general evaluator will fry me. So Toastmaster Bhushan, if you could send me your evaluation form, I would be so grateful. And also, if you could tell us your purpose, speech purpose as well. So I'll be so grateful for that.
We can't hear you, Toastmaster Bhushan. Can somebody else hear? Oh no, we can't hear you, Toastmaster Bhushan.
Meanwhile, I'll just talk about the project objectives. This particular Toastmaster Bhushan, I think, is presenting his level 1 project 2, which is all about for a member to talk about a speech with a certain purpose. And in this, the speaker can present the speech on any topic, but it has to meet with a certain purpose. Timer, please note, the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. This is the second speech in his level 1 of his project pathway.
Okay, Toastmaster Bhushan, can you speak up if we are audible or not?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are great. So, Toastmaster Bhushan, awareness brings hope. Awareness brings hope. Toastmaster Bhushan, over to you.
Am I visible? Yeah. Can I go on? We all know that fortune favors the brave. But it's not true when it comes to unsafe acts. The more is your impulsive action, more is the risk. More is the risk, more is the chance of fatality. I still remember it was year 2002 when I was posted in the electrical inspector office, Mumbai. And it was second day and we received a call that there is a electrical accident in the slum area of Andheri. We reached the spot. What we found? A 16-year-old young chap was electrocuted. His right hand was connected to the electrical shock. He was handling a water pump with wet hands. And there was no switch to protect his life. A young boy lost his life at the age of 16. I was deeply disturbed. And This happened just because of sheer act of negligence. My work continued as always. Year 2006, we visited a 4-storied building where a fire took place in the electrical meter box. As we started taking statements of the residents about the causes and the incidents that has happened, we learned that a 62-year-old man has received 45% burn injuries on his body. Now he's admitted to the hospital, and soon it was learned that he succumbed to death. His mistake? He ran towards the fire location and ultimately fell down close to the location. No one stopped him. Incidences like these, I kept on visiting and I kept on accumulating the pain inside me that innocent people are losing lives just because of unawareness and no help by an understanding person. I decided to take this issue. I decided to talk about it. I started it from my own home. I spoke to my daughter, I spoke to my wife about the risks that are there when a panic situation arises, when undue incidences arises, what steps you should take. And the results were astonishing. Year 2011, I was driving from my residence and I was just 15 minutes away from my office, and I received a call from my home. Phone rang, trang, trang. I picked up. My wife was on the other side. She said, "We had a gas leakage at our home." I was shocked. All negative thoughts started coming in my mind. What if there is a blast of cylinder? What if my family members are burned? What if that it escalates to a higher level? But fortunately, the second line my wife said was very pleasing. She said, "Our younger daughter told me to open all the windows, not to start any electrical switch, and we have to move out of our home immediately." Such a presence of mind in a panic situation. That day I know that whatever you write is what you sow. I was recalling the day when I had talked about these kinds of incidences to my family members. The statistics released by the Registrar General of India reveal that Maharashtra has around 16.7% accident cases from the total number of accidents in India. That amounts to 70,329 cases. In that, 1.9% only are due to natural calamities. Rest all 98% are because of other causes like negligence, ignorance, and misconduct. So it is utmost important for we to go ahead with safe approach. It is really high time for us to implement the integrity. I'm on a mission to save the human lives and to educate people to carry the electrical safe environment. I'm alone, cannot do all those things, but I'm sure that I can cast a stone in the water and the ripples will affect. Are you all with me to to create this hope. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Christian. Now let's jump into our last speaker of the day, that is Speaker 3, Toastmaster Dr. Rajakumar. Before I call him on the stage, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Shraddha, to discuss his objectives. Shraddha.
Okay, sir. So, sorry, Toastmaster. Okay. Give me 2 minutes. Can you all hear me properly? Okay, thank you. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and the fellow Toastmasters, and a special good afternoon to my target speaker. My target speaker, Toastmaster Rajkumar, is going to present a speech from the Pathway Effective Coaching from Level 1, Project 1. This is his icebreaker speech. The purpose, 1 minute, so open his represent. Okay, the purpose of this particular speech today is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And I want the timer to note that the timing for the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best to Toastmaster Rajkumar. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shraddha. Toastmaster Rajkumar, the stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rajkumar Arunachalam. I'm a medical doctor by profession, currently serving Tamil Nadu government as Chief Medical Officer in one of the ESI hospitals in Chennai. India needs smart cities, smart villages, not smart cities. I was born to my sober parents in the year 1980. My parents were teachers and they were from their very typical villages. During the early 80s, it was really tough and difficult to get school admission, particularly into English medium. My parents tried their level best with all their caliber and capability and managed putting me in English medium. My schooling I did in St. Joseph's Higher Secondary School located in Chennai, located in Kadalur, Tamil Nadu. I'm proud to say my school was established in the year 1868, and in the year 1993, it completed 125 years and celebrated its silver jubilee. How many of you still remember the fear what you had when you were into nursery, whenever you were supposed to ask some permission to a teacher? I remember when I was into my nursery, whenever I need to ask some permission, I had a great fear to raise up my hand and stand up, particularly when it comes to get the permission in order to go to loo. Those shaky legs and the urgency to empty the bladder really mounted a lot of pressure on me. And that was the time that pressure turned into fear. And in my life, that was the time I started to feel the so-called fear for the first time. Throughout my school days, with the motivation from my parents and the guidance from my teachers, I worked hard and studied well and managed entering into one of the reputed ranking government hospitals, government medical college and hospitals in India. Yes, I did my MBBS in Government Stanley Medical College, Chennai. How many of you still remember the ragging what you gone through during your first year of college days. I remember in the year 1998, in the month of November, it was raining that very badly. At around 11 p.m., I just stepped into the mess in order to fill my water bottle. One of my super senior just called me, "Hey, you, come." I was just shocked, and I just went close to him. I did my Stanley salute. "Yes, sir." Then he asked me to share my biodata. I did. Then I thought that he will leave me, but he asked me to drink the 1 liter of water. I just had 2 sips of water, and I asked him to excuse me, but he did not excuse me. The reason he quoted, "How dare are you to come and roam around 11 p.m., that too in the mess?" No way was left for me. Then I drank that 1 liter of water in a span of 10 to 15 minutes. After that, I vomited, and it was the worst vomiting what I ever had in my life. During my second year of my college days, I was confused. The reason being, I used to wake up till midnight, early morning. I stopped going to college and classes on regular basis. I was confused what to do. I was worried about my attendance. That time, one of my senior came and advised, "Hey, Raj, I came to know that you are worried about your attendance. I will give you a good idea." I was surprised and interested to ask, "Sir, please tell me." Then he suggested, "You choose one girl from your college class and start loving her." To my surprise, I asked, "How come it's going to fix my attendance issue, sir?" Then he again advised, "The next week, choose one more girl and start loving her." To my surprise, again I asked, "Sir, how come it's going to materialize getting my attendance?" For that, he replied finally, "You idiot, if you start to love one girl, will you go to college or will you go to meet her daily or not?" I replied to him, "Definitely, sir." Then he finally concluded, "This way you start loving one girl every week, and that will make you, and that will be your drive to go to college and attend your classes. And in turn, you'll get a good attendance. It's a good way too." I followed, and my dear friend, you also follow it. And I tried following it, and even that did not work for me. The reason being that was I was that damn lazy even to select one girl and love for a period of 1 week. Somehow, the college days went in a good way, and I completed my college and started working in Chennai. Then I had been to Maldives. I got my offer letter to do my master's in epidemiology in Johannes Gutenberg University in Mainz, Germany. I applied for IELTS and got 6.5 score in 2005 because that was my ambition to treat the entire mass to make some policy, and I prefer to do preventive medicine. Due to financial crisis, I could not do and did not go. The same year, I got offer from Tamil Nadu government to join my service. As per my father's advice, I joined. Reluctantly, I joined. Now I have completed 13 years and 3 months of service. Life, according to me, is a conglomerate filled with success, failures, love, passion, friends, family, humanity. And if it is like that to me, how it is to you, my dear friends?
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajkumar. Let's give a round of applause for taking the first step as an icebreaker in this Toastmaster journey. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rajkumar. You have taken the first step in Toastmasters and hope you reach your future endeavors. Thank you so much. Now, coming back to the theme, the rise of video calling. Somewhere between Skype and Zoom, there was another event that helped the world. That is to warm up the idea of video calling. It was the video calling feature introduced by the Apple devices and the apps like WeChat, WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger, etc. How many of you use that? Nobody WhatsApp? My God, nobody WhatsApp uses it. Facebook, WhatsApp, nobody uses. My God, you're all such a great students, great Toastmasters, not addicting to the social media. Oh, pat yourself back. Either to avoid calling charges or to just understand or to see their loved ones as they talk. These apps really help them to understand the etiquettes of the video calling. Now you're all worrying, you're all what you're thinking, where this video calling was first experimented, who was it, what was the platform. Keep that question in your mind. It's time for the second session of the day and the fun and exciting table topic session. For that, we have a table topic master, Toastmaster Mukta. I would like to invite her on the stage for conducting the table topic session. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello. Are you? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now we will be taking the table topic session. It is very important session. Now today our theme is video calling. Now video calling, the word of the day is LARC. So video call technology has a LARC in the word of lockdown. Prime beneficiary of video call, LARC, appear to a common man. So this way we will be understanding video call and using this word LARC. Now, welcome to my table topic session. May I know who will like to participate in it? I am new to it. Kindly volunteer who will participate in the table topic session.
I'm in.
Gaurav. Okay. So you are a bachelor?
Yep.
Okay. तो दुनिया की बेस्ट फीलिंग आती है जब मेरे जान की वीडियो कॉल आती है. If you would like to video call, whom you will video call? Please, this is your table topic.
It is such a personal thing.
So what? You can do it.
Can I skip this? This is the first question I ever skipped. I want to skip this.
You're on
your
mute.
mic is off. Your mic is off. Please unmute yourself.
Don't feel shy. It is not to be girlfriend. It can be anyone you can receive call on video call. It can be your mom, your sister, or anyone. Jan can be anyone, na?
Okay, my sister.
Okay.
I think Gaurav, you have missed the table topics. The table topics, not a one-liner answer, one-word answer.
Am I clear?
Okay, Mr. TMOD, I think this topic is even hard to give one words. What? Okay, just turn the table. What about if this question was asked to you?
I have to speak.
No, Mr. Venkat Sai, he told me that I have given just one word. Can you just speak for it?
Okay, Toastmaster Mukta, what is the topic?
You cannot turn the table topic. You have to speak whatever your mind says. This is a challenge.
Okay, my sister, that's it.
And you have to speak any few words for your mother, your sister, or anybody. It has nothing to do with person. Any bachelor can take. Wife could also be the person.
Okay. Whenever I'm in a dilemma of anything or I feel depressed, my sister is the one who keeps bombarding me of certain things, many positives and more of negatives. So I get away from those thoughts. Over to you. I think I've taken more than enough time.
Okay. Then the next volunteer. Actually, I'm new, so I don't know the names. Can I call anybody? Okay, Dr. Rajkumar. Okay. The next table topic is for you. शेयर स्क्रीन करना। Dr. Rajkumar, distance have separated us, but video call unites us. If you video call God, since you are a doctor, asking about some miracle or rental place, what would be your conversation? Kindly go ahead. Dr. Rajkumar.
Yes.
Am I clear?
Yeah, you are clear, but I missed the last code. If it is something from God, or to ask.
You can see the slide. Distance, if you video call God, asking about rental place or miracles in the today's day, what would be your conversation through video call?
About rental place. Okay.
Please start.
Yes. A decade ago, and even 2 decades ago, you can say, calling someone on phone and speaking for some time was indeed a difficult job. We have to take that subscriber trunk dialing, and we have to wait for the other person to get connected. Then even I experienced in my college days in late 90s, I used to receive call from my father, parents, whoever it may be. The call will be landed in the phone room, and the phone boy will come to our hostel room and inform that you got a call. That time we should be available in the room when he comes and informs. Otherwise, he will give the information to someone else, and we will be getting the information late. And from a home also, they will be calling again and again whether he came or not, whether he is there in the college or hostel or where he has gone. And by the time when we go and receive, and we again wait for a long time to receive the call. That was a scene nearly 2 decades before. Now the scenario has entirely changed. Even we before 7 years before, and 7 to 10 years before, this video call came in picture, and we started calling everyone on video call. Now it's very well available on the mobile. And if it happens to speak with God, and it would be always to visualize and see how the heaven would be and what kind of happiness I will be feeling and how I will be entirely taking it when I happen to see heaven, and how he will demonstrate or show me or bring heaven in that. And apart from that, there is a concept of new world which will be filled with all of happiness. I would really recommend him to bring that new world to this planet and energize the entire planet to make us a happy place, and let this earth be the heaven of heaven in this world. And that's how I feel whenever God comes to video call on me. And how about you?
Over?
Over.
Okay. Now I will request Lovely ma'am to participate in TTM. Lovely ma'am. The next topic is for you. Where are you? Toastmaster Tasneem.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, now the next topic is for you.
Okay.
Chatur Bate. It is connected with video call. People want to work better and achieve more. And smart meeting rooms are the way to do it. Explain the benefits of smart meeting room with respect to video conferencing and video calls. The question is, explain the smart meeting rooms with respect to video conferencing and video calls. Please start.
Okay, I just want to have a clarity on this smart meeting rooms. If I am correct, it means within the team there are different groups that are being created, and then within that groups you can communicate and come back. Is it?
As
The same thing?
one projector is there where all of you are sitting in a conference room, many people, and then you use technology and client-based approach to deal with them. So you have to, it is a smart setup for our Zoom meeting, and you conduct very conferencing and calling things are there. So you have to say the benefits of video calling. This is a smart technology with respect to that.
No, sorry, I am really lost with your explanation.
Okay, how will you use video calling for your benefit?
Okay. So in today's world, video calling is something that has got every one of us closer. We might be miles away, or we might be even sharing a day and night, into different worlds. But because of video calling, we are all together, and at a click, we can know what is happening at the other end of the world. And I can even say that earlier, we used to wait for people to get along or wait for the calls to come, but just at a click, and we are able to communicate to everyone. Similarly, on the meetings front and the professional world itself, it becomes very easier to, as soon as we have ideas, you can get it, the approvals and everything becomes very easier when you can present yourself, your ideas through video callings. You can explain to the other counterparts, and then the work is completely on the front. It just goes on moving, and you have a concluded portion that you can basically, I would say that ideas come into performances, and you are able to conclude on sorry, yeah. So it's
nice, you spoke very well, and it's truly amazing. Now I will like to say, Lakshmi ma'am, our guest, Lakshmi ma'am, the next topic is for you.
Sorry, I'm Lakshmi Narayanan. Yeah.
Acha, Lakshmi Narayan. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The next topic is for you. Happiness is a definition in video call. Light mood, music, and dance is the utmost key to be happy. How would you host a virtual party on a video call? Question is, how would you host a virtual party on a video call? The content is happiness.
Yeah, I'm actually happy now. My topic is happiness, right? I'm talking you all. I'm taking this virtual stage. Very good afternoon to everyone. Happiness. Today, we are how we are happily we are. Actually, I'm sitting somewhere and conducting. For example, I'm sitting in Mysore. I'm conducting an event. For example, this is Toastmaster event. Today, I'm going to conduct this one. Happiness. Actually, today I'm sharing my happy moment. Or else one birthday party. I invite you all. Actually, today my birthday, so I called you all. This is my 31st birthday, so you can't in person, so you can't come and celebrate with me. So I just am asking you all to join my birthday party to celebrate things. Actually, all you are my friends, so I'm calling you all. So because of this virtual things, it's very useful. Or my friends, right? Actually, I want to see them some eye contact, or I want to see them all facial expressions, how they are enjoying, or else we'll share with them how we are celebrated in past, my birthday and everything. We'll sharing that moment, how we are enjoyed in my birthday and everything. So, so similar thing only. Just I'm informing you. I consider you are all my friends. How we have celebrated my 5 years past or college days before I coming to join my job, how we are celebrated, just to be thinking about those things, and I'm celebrating happily to virtual stage. This is how I'm actually I'm celebrating happily with my birthday. Again, I'm talking my old memories to all you, considering as my friend. This is very good platform. Somewhere I'm sitting and enjoying with all. Yeah, this is the how I will celebrate. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Very good, Lakshmi Narayanji, but I wished you should be more expressive in happiness. There was no happiness in you. If it is your birthday, you would have sang a song or danced or
Surprise.
might
Yeah,
be
I can say surprise birthday.
no,
Not
even
immediately
cake
right.
cutting could be happy with a little smile on your face. Next time, please see to it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Next is for Bhavan.
Yes, Bhavna.
Bhavna, ma'am. Okay, next topic is for you. Next.
The same topic.
Ah.
Okay. Video call is not
Video
just
call, every screenshot during video call. Video call is not just a video call. It is an emotion. Describe the best screenshot posted with the weird picture of your friend during a whole video call, which created a beautiful memory in you. Did you understand?
No, I'm just reading by myself. Wait a second. Video call.
During a video call, you shot a screenshot in which of your friend, in which you took a very funny picture and it became a memorable memory for everyone.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. So I'm starting now. I remember it was a time of Diwali and my HR actually launched a party for the Diwali celebration, and my all colleagues has participated, and like they were sharing how they are going to celebrate, whether they are making they will be making rangolis, or they will be celebrating by wearing the new clothes, or by making some sweet dishes for their family members. And then in the last part of the call, when this celebration has been happened, so my HR has told that we have to be very adventurous, or we have to pose a different pictures, so that we can post. We have in our company, we have this group where we post our pictures on what on the virtual calls, whatever the click has been done. So everybody trying to make a different faces, and one person wasn't aware of that. So she actually make a picture of she was just roaming her finger in her nose, and that was that was quite funny for me and for everyone, because that picture was the most the memorable one, and that picture has been posted in that group, and everybody was so laughing hard, and they were because the person wasn't aware that that picture is going to be taken, and finally that picture has been posted in the group as well. So that was quite funny and memorable moment for me, I would say. Thank you.
Very well said, amazingly said. You laughed. This is the purpose of table topic. Serious topic, but engaging humor. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Next topic is for Satya. Yes, are you ready?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Video calling is a new trend. We all have to attend marriages on YouTube. Imagine you are a pandit who is conducting marriage over a video call. How will you conduct it? Keeping in mind, you could be disconnected anytime. So please add humor. You are a pandit, you have to conduct a marriage, and you can be disconnected anytime on a video call. Please, over to you, Satya.
Madam, please give me some time.
I don't know, you can say in Hindi. You can see one or two mantras in Hindi also.
I don't know.
You have seen some marriage party, na? They are doing some actions. You can enact that and say something in any language.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Uh,
I can take that topic.
okay, sir. Please take. You want me to repeat?
No, that's okay. I am an online pundit, so I can do it.
Okay.
So the marriage procession has started, and मुलीला घेऊन या, मुलाला घेऊन या, लवकर सगळे हे लावा. आता मी होम चालू करतोय आणि सगळ्या ह्याच्या त्याच्यामध्ये टाकतोय, विधी चालू करतोय. धूप आणा तिकडे, धूप टाका, फटाफट फटाफट घ्या, फटाफट घ्या. Start is fast. Come on, do it fast. I don't have time. We have to finish it within the Murat. Where is the girl? Call her. Come on. The boy is waiting. And even I'm waiting. Okay. So where is the mother of the boy? Where is mama? Where we have to start those rituals. The girl is just walking towards the podium. She sits near where all the rituals are going on, and now they are going to tie the knot of their clothes. But at the same time, the person who is supposed to tie the knot is not available, and I'm getting frightened because the net is slow and I could be disconnected anytime. Anybody tie that knot? Do it again. Fast. Do it fast. And rest of the chantings that you carry on, because I'm going to get disconnected because of the internet issue. So I wish the new bride and the groom happy married life. You continue with the things and continue the marriage processions further. Thank you.
Very well enacted, and sir, and we will call you every time for marriage party.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Now I would like to call Ran Vijay sir.
Yeah.
Ran Vijay,
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, I'm there.
or are you available? Next topic is for you. Long conversation, late night, and endless talks. This is the motto of young generation. Distance doesn't matter, but difference in time zones create problems. Imagine you wake up from a nightmare and receive a call at night at 3 a.m. from your wife or mom living in USA. What would be your reaction, state, and conversation as soon as the phone rings? Did you understood? You are getting up from a nightmare and you receive a call from a person who is staying in America. And now you have to talk to your wife or mother as your state is. Please carry on with the conversation.
Okay, so like if I can put it away, like I have received many calls from my mother in very early morning. She gets up at 4 o'clock, and many times I have been half asleep, and but I get up at 5 a.m. But it's not 4 a.m. Sometimes I get up at 4 a.m. But many times I have received call, and I'm in very half puzzled in the sense I don't know. I have very heart beats very fast when I say call somewhere around 4 or 4:30. The instinct with me is like, okay, something has gone wrong. Who knows? Something has gone wrong. Why they're calling me so morning? Something urgent? Did I forget something last night which I might have committed? Or I don't know why she's calling me. But many times when I receive call early in the morning, I'm worried. Has something gone wrong there in the village? Because I am staying far away from them. And when I talk to them, I'm like, I after 2 3 lines, when I figured out like everything is good, I feel very relieved. I feel very relieved. Just everything is good, and they called me for so and so reason. But this has happened with me many times. I have received call early in the morning where I was not ready, uh, without my daily rituals, and those calls really bother me a lot. It really bothers me a lot. Yeah, it's not a pleasant experience. Not about the night 3 a.m., but again, morning, early morning also. It's not pleasant for me. Yeah. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, very finely said. And it was really nice to do it. Now, since the time is getting out, this was my last topic. Be energetic for next time. Okay, over to TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mukta, and round of applause for Toastmaster Mukta for having the wonderful topics. I don't know we can make this many topics with a video call in topic. Thank you so much. Now, getting back to our theme of the day. What is our theme of the day? Anybody remember? Nobody? Wow, what a... Yeah. See, this is the tabletop master. So, to tell you something back in history, the video calling was firstly experimented by the company labs called AT and TS Bell Labs, where they developed a platform called Picture Phone in 1960s. But just like any new technology, it was first bulky and inconvenient. Several other solutions were developed by different people and companies, but it wasn't until Skype came along, and this Skype was a serious contender for a true video calling experience. Now, Skype has managed to catch the fancy people imaginations and raise curiosity among them. On the other hand, the corporate people, that is the corporate world, was increasing relying on the remote working. On the other hand, people were relocating to distant countries for the future studies or future works which they have. But in this all incidents, Skype went so viral that it led Microsoft acquiring it in 2011 at 8.5 billion. Soon Microsoft integrated Skype with its devices and Windows software. However, it couldn't achieve the popularity and success that Zoom has. Perhaps home Perhaps it brings the difference between a giant and a startup. It's the ability not only to be agile but also to bring about a fresh thinking that lets us to move forward. With that, I would now bring on to the stage for the evaluation section the general evaluator. Over to the general evaluator Toastmaster Surya. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkat Sai. What a sensational meeting we've had so far. So let's straight away get into our evaluations. So I will be keeping my evaluation a little short because of the shortage of time. Let's first bring up Toastmaster Yogeshwari to evaluate Toastmaster Bhushan. So Toastmaster Yogeshwari, virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. We all know that we need to be aware how to handle those situations. We need to be in the presence of mind to get out of that situation. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Bhushan, spoke on how to be aware, how to get out of the situations that we will not expect or we wouldn't have expected. Toastmaster Bhushan, there are three things that I absolutely loved about your speech is, number one, your story lines. You brought in three dynamic stories. You started with a story about the electrical accident faced by a 16-year-old and a fire accident faced by a 60-plus-year-old, and also a gas leakage faced by your family members. But in all these three different stories, you spoke about what is the effect of it? How did people react to it? And what happened next? I will not be forgetting what your younger daughter did. Her presence of mind and your teaching. Yes, I am damn sure that it is because of you. She had that presence of mind. She was able to save the entire family, and she is the lifesaver that day. You brought this out beautifully. Number two, you had a thought-provoking conclusion. You said that we all will go through these kind of situations, but are we in the presence of mind? Do we know really what we have to do? And you also mentioned your purpose or the mission statement, stating that I cannot do it just by myself. For sure, I'll throw a stone which will create a ripple effect, and that ripple effect will be touching every one of you. With your help, I will do it. And number three, you achieved the purpose of your speech. Yes, your purpose of your speech is to speak on a purpose, and you did that. Just because you are such a sensational speaker, here are my top three suggestions. Number one, you have crossed your icebreaker speech, and this is your second speech. And from the next speech onwards, I would suggest you to stand and speak to have a better stage choreography or better stage presence. Number two is tonality. You are actually narrating an accident, 3 different incidents, and I actually expected you to speak or narrate in such a way that those accidents are kind of an impact on those individuals that can impact even us as we are listening to it. So voice modulation and the tonality matters. I somehow felt that from the beginning till the end, the voice was completely flat. Number three is emotions. You were touching on a topic that is very sensitive. Especially when you were concluding, you could have said, rather than, I alone can't do it, for sure I will throw a stone that will create a ripple effect, and I know you will be there with me. Rather than telling it in a flat note, imagine if you could say that. In all these things, I alone can't do it. For sure, I know that I throw a stone that will create a ripple effect. And with me, you all will be there. We all will make a difference. We all will save a life. That could have created a lot more impactful ending. But with that, saying that, you are a sensational speaker with all the strengths, such as building a beautiful story with proper structure, 3 different stories, integrating the purpose. If you could improve on your standing and speaking, your tonality and the emotions, integrating the emotions to it, I am sure that you are going to be a fabulous speaker in your upcoming speeches, and all the best to all your future speeches and completing your project. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogeshwari. So your evaluations, I will be coming to it at the end. Let's invite Toastmaster Sharda to evaluate Toastmaster Rajkumar. Over to you, ma'am.
You said in the beginning, like how about the problems like you faced, the pressure you felt in your bladder, and from that pressure turned into fear. That you talk. This one I loved about it. And your introduction was apt. You started from your birth, you started your journey, which was very, very remarkable. 3 things which I loved about your speech was your structure. You structured your speech very, very nicely. Then your stage choreography was very good. I loved the way you used the stage, you used the full place. That I loved. Your hand gestures were very good, and you were using it to the optimum. The purpose of the speech. The purpose of the speech was introduction, and you justified with your speech. Just because you are a phenomenal speaker with such a great caliber, Here I have 3 recommendations for you. First, your eye contact, which will be on the point. If you do that, it will give more and more value. It will be more effective because the audience will be more connected with you. The second one, when you were doing the role play, there is if you just just with your tone modulation, you can make a difference on those 2 role players. So it will be of great thing. And little bit working on your voice modulation. It was a great speech, your first speech, and I was really looking and I was listening to you. To summarize, if you include these 3 recommendations, such as eye contact, your role playing when you're doing the role play, and your voice modulation, and it will bring your speech to a great height. You have already excelled, such as your hand gestures, your story plot, your structuring of your speech. And I can assure that you will be a great speaker in the future. And I also congratulate you on completing this project. Thank you so much. I love your one line, life is a combo for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharda. Amazing, sensational. So what I'll be doing right now is I'll be clubbing all the speech evaluations and all the role players step by step, all the way from scratch. So my evaluations is going to be included in that itself, so that we can save some more time. The first was the Sergeant at Arms started the meeting 3 minutes late. Now, ideally, whether members have joined and have not, you cannot do that. You have to start the meeting spot on time. Maybe someone in the behind the scenes can connect with all the others. So then, of course, the induction ceremony and the XCOM installation happened, which was sensationally done. What I felt was that it could have been added into the agenda. Coming to the Toastmaster of the day, sensationally done. I love the theme, love the concept, the way that you conducted the entire thing, phenomenal. I love the interactions as well. Kudos to you. Great topic, insightful presentation. Only thing, you can add a little more energy. Next, coming to the speakers and the evaluators. So Toastmaster Yogeshwari, Crybaby, this was your project. Level 1, project 4. So 3 things that I personally loved. You had a great start and end. Okay, you had story with personification. When you said you were standing, you were helpless, phenomenally done. The questions that you asked, rhetorics. Why do you think? Are you ready for the roller coaster ride? Was it an easy choice? I was spellbound. I'm sure the other members in the audience were as well. Well, wait, just one moment. Before I share more about it, let me quickly call upon the auxiliary role players quickly to present their reports as well, so that we can have a smooth flow for the rest of the evaluations as well. So yeah, just one moment. Before we do that, let me just quickly wrap up the speech evaluations first. Yeah. So now the areas that you would want to work on, Toastmaster Yogeshwari, first would be, you have to play with your audience by asking rhetoric questions and asking them to raise their hands and all that. Inaction is power. Number 2 would be, your title was Crybaby, and you did try to fit the title in. You started out with a bang. I was expecting you to repeat this pattern every single time you were crying, rather than just saying I was crying. And of course, another very important integral element you need to work on is called as your pause and your pace. The speed and the pauses. When you said you kept crying, I was hoping that you're going to take a pause and then you say that you're going to cry. And I'm also going to challenge you to take up different speaking styles. For this only matter, we all know this is your strength, but I want to see the different facets of you as a speaker in the future speeches. All the very best for that. Coming to your evaluation, Toastmaster Yogeshwari, I really love the sandwich approach that you take. Commendation, recommendation, summarization, wonderfully done. You start with a quote, you end with a quote, you end with a powerful question. The structure is absolutely spot on, bang on. But having said that, I think the hallmark of a quality evaluation is how you are managing your time. Now, I could see that you had overshot for more than 15 seconds, which is huge. So you have to structure your evaluations a little better, maybe remove all the fillers that comes with it, straight away get to the point, finish it off. Ideally, finish your commendations by the time you see the green card. Then maybe you can take another 30 to 45 seconds for the recommendation and then the remaining thing. So that is something you might as well want to work on. Finally, we have our second speaker and second evaluator. So Toastmaster Bhushan, I mean, sensational, sir. I think your evaluator has already mentioned every single thing, but I would actually want to tell you a few more things, Bhushan, sir. The first would be, somehow I felt that the energy, that spark that we see in you when you are communicating impromptu, that I felt was a little missing in your speech. Maybe you were a little nervous and stuff. And number two would be, I would want you to keep your, since this is the start of your Toastmasters journey, right? I would want you to keep your speeches simple. Like just keep 2 or 3 stories, not too many flamboyant words and all those. Keep it simple, maybe 2 or 3 stories with a group of messages. What will happen is use your level 1, first of all, to get your basics sorted. Now, all the experimentation and all those additional, maybe voice modulation, vocal variety, all those things, you can try it out once you get into your level 2. That would be, again, just a personal recommendation. So that's about you. Now, coming to Rajkumar, sir, I mean, this being an icebreaker, I think you were a class apart. Your evaluator has already said every single thing. And people, I think the best role players poll are there in the chat. So please vote for your best speakers, table topic speaker and your best speaker. It's there in the chat. Please do that. Now, your speech had all the elements. I mean, stories, the message, the role play, stage choreography. For someone to stand and speak in the icebreaker, I have an extra applause for you as well. And you crafted out the story brilliantly. Kudos to your mentor. I mean, this is just one of the best icebreaker speeches that I've ever heard, at least. Having said that, because I personally know you, Rajkumar sir, I'm going to give you these two very subtle, again, observations. Number one would be, when you are talking about yourself, the way you crafted your entire story, I was expecting the message to be a little more globalized. You did share about your introduction and all that, perfectly done. But the message somehow I felt was, it could have been a little more integrated in a way so that everybody can accept it. Of course, just the way people, whether we have been ragged in our college days or in our jobs, every human being is ragged in some way or the other, right? So these are the elements that you can add on. The second thing would be, this is again a very, very subtle one. Your title plays a very important role. So what I was expecting is a little, I mean, for example, I'll give you a very simple thing. One of my speeches was the fart. The fart. I spoke in the entire speech about 3 incidences when I farted. And then the kind of insults and taunts I had to face, and the lessons and all those things became integrated with the title kept in mind, which is the perfect hook. So the title plays a very, very important role. From the next speech onwards, I would expect that you can create those title and include that as well in your speeches. Sensational speech, Rajkumar sir, take a bow. Okay, so now let's move on straight away to our auxiliary role players. Let's invite first our timer, Toastmaster Gaurav, for his timer's report. Toastmaster Gaurav, virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Here's my report. We had our 3 speakers. Toastmaster Yogeshwari was on time, along with her evaluator. Toastmaster Bhushan was on time with his evaluator, TM Yogeshwari. TM Bhushan Mankame was on time. I'm sorry, TM Yogeshwari was not on time. She took 4 minutes 40 seconds instead of 2 to 3 minutes. She is disqualified. TM Rajkumar, TM Bhushan Mankame was on time. Toastmaster Shraddha Chakravarti, the evaluator, was on time. All the table topics, speakers were on time. Here's my report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. Brilliantly done. Next, let's bring up our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Rajkumar, to give us the grammarian's report. Over to you, sir.
I'd like to start with the words being used in this session. So let me start with flamboyant, astonishing, phenomenal. And when it comes to phrases, it was interesting and really happening to feel the exact scenario, what the person was narrating there. Every pair of eyes were on me. I was in cloud nine and even went ahead to in love with nature, holding the mountains. Then crying is what which makes you strong. And if you do not cry, you are a coward. From then cast a stone in water. Then from video calls, we learned the etiquettes of video call are being learned. Then ideas came into performances. Then fabulous. Then some corrections with the level of knowledge what I am having, I would like to suggest how we celebrated 5 years past. It can be placed in such a way how we celebrated 5 years before. It was a time of Diwali, rather it was Diwali time. And one more, everybody was laughing. It could be everyone were laughing. And the word of the day was used like the video call is itself as a largest for we people living at this era to use it to the core. Over to you, Team Evaluate. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Rajkumar sir. Brilliantly done. Amazing. So that was our TAC team. Okay, yeah, we also have the R counter. So I would like to request Anupam sir to bless us with the R counters report. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. It was excellent. I think everybody has spoken so well. But I could note few of them, and pardon me if it's basically just to improve ourselves. So there are so many things which I have noted. I like to share my screen first. So just a second. Just let me know if it is visible. Yeah. So as far as if we talk about the first of all with Dr. Surya, basically when you started there, if I could note there were 12 hours which were there. Okay. If I talk about source, 6 sources were there, and 7 times you used and. Okay. It is basically about your entire general evaluation. Okay. Talking about TM Venkat side, so I could record 6 hours, and there were ands and 8 times he repeated. So there were some repetitive words which he used. If he could improve upon this, I think the entire thing was flawless. So yeah, coming to Toastmaster Yogeshwari ma'am. So basically, I could register these many things when you were speaking. Okay, so 3 hours, 1 time heard, and most importantly, 11 times as you used. So maybe there you may improve on next time. And coming back to Toastmaster Surya Deep as an evaluator, here you used 5 times hours and same time 5 times and. There were a few other things were also there which I could register, which is here. If I talk about Toastmaster Bhushan, when he was speaking as a speaker number 2, his presentation was fabulous. 7 times he used us, 12 times and. I would just recommend if he can just improve upon, he used so many times I. So there, if he can replace, whether we can replace or not, we can see. Maybe it's just because of the script. Coming back to Yogeshwari ma'am as an evaluator, 12 times R and 11 times and. So that I could register. Here, Rajkumar sir, when you talked 17 times and, okay, which I could register, which and many times he used I. So if we can change I with something, I don't know whether we can do it or not. It is maybe because of the script perspective you may have used. Coming back to Sharda ma'am, 11 times hours as an evaluator. Okay, 11 times hours and 14 times and. So here, now this is table topics. So here, Mukta ma'am, 11 times hours, 20 times and. Since he spoke so many times, so maybe and she used so 8 times. And then coming back to Toastmaster Gaurav, 4 times hours, 3 times ands. Coming to Toastmaster Rajkumar sir, so basically I could record 8 times hours, 11 times and. Many times you use I here as well. So maybe just like you may like to take this. Other thing is like Toastmaster Tasneem. So here 11 times and 8 times and. So that I could register. Guest Lakshmi, 8 times 7 times 6 times so. So maybe here you may improve upon. Guest Bhavna, 8 times 8 times so, 5 times and 4 times you repeated. So maybe here you may improve upon, and next time you spoke really well. All of you spoke really well. Coming back to Bhushan sir as the basically table topic, and here you spoke 11 times So that was the one thing which I could record, and there were some and ands were there. Guest Ranvijay, talking about you, 9 times us, 4 times so, 6 times and. So this is my report as of now, which I could register. Okay, over to you.
Thank you so much. Let's give a huge round of applause for this very detailed counters report. I always say it every now and then that if people can count R's and ums from me, that means you've definitely done a great job. I try to be as fluent as possible. Thank you so much for that, Anupam sir. Take a bow. Okay, so just one moment. Yeah. So now let's get on with the overall report yet again. I think the speakers were sensational. Coming to the Toastmaster of the day, we've already discussed. Coming to the table topic master, I think that, as always, Mukta ma'am is, whenever she's conducting the table topics, we are all in for a spectacle. We are not really sure what we can expect. Okay, it's sensational. Having said that, a couple of very important feedback here for Mukta ma'am. As a table topic master, the first set of topics, probably the first 1 or 2 topics, ideally is supposed to be given to a non-role playing Toastmaster. Somebody who's not taken up any roles. You can, even I think, yeah, in the Sergeant at Arms also, I think I'll just deviate a little bit. The Sergeant at Arms, a very important rule missed out was that for people, asking people to rename themselves with the respective roles. If somebody is a Toastmaster, they have to be renamed as Toastmasters. If somebody is a guest, they have to be renamed as a guest. In that way, followed by, for example, right now, if you look at my name is GE Toastmaster Surya, because I'm the general evaluator. What happens is, once you set the tone, Mukta ma'am, somebody who's new to the club, not really associated with everybody, doesn't really know too many people here, for her it becomes a little difficult. So I won't blame her either. Okay, so the Sergeant at Arms has to set this tone. So Mukta ma'am, the first 1 or 2 topics has to be for the non-role playing Toastmasters. Why is that? So that the guests can get a brief insight about how does a table topic work. Then the guests can get the topics accordingly. You can definitely choose. And other than that, of course, you did a sensational job. I love the different array of topics. That was brilliantly done. And a very, very important element as well. I think when Toastmaster Gaurav was not really sure what to speak about, you did not move on. You motivated him to speak more. And that's the hallmark of a great Toastmaster, obviously motivating members to speak. Okay. Coming to the table topic speakers, right now, at shortage of time, what you have to do is you've got to make sure that you are dropping me a DM. I'll personally give you a feedback in case if you want. Other than that, I think that was pretty much a phenomenal meeting. We can always keep the time into consideration. I mean, the Toastmaster of the day can always shorten things down. The table topping master can shorten things down so that we can obviously save time. A minimum of 30 to 40 minutes is needed for the entire evaluation segment in every meeting. So I will hope that will be taken care of. I think there's another poll that will be launched, the best role players poll. So please do vote for that. And with that, I think we will now hand it over to the newly elected president of Sprouts Toastmasters Club. Let's give a huge round of applause to and welcome our newly elected president, Toastmaster Anupam. Anupam, sir, the virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you so much. What a sensational session we had. We all enjoyed thoroughly, I think. So thank you, each one of you. I think the prepared speeches, if I talk about the sessions, like topics where crybaby or accidents, or based on basically the first speech also icebreaker from Dr. Rajkumar were fabulous. So I would request our guests, okay, those who must have attended this here for the first time, or maybe they have attended it for the several times. So any feedback which you want to give to us so that we can further improve quality of our meetings. Okay, you must have attended many clubs meetings, so just like to have your opinion about this meeting. So any guest who want to share their views, please share how we can improve upon what is your views about today's quality of meeting.
Maybe I can start. So I really like the way, everybody has given the presentation, and specifically, I talk about Yogeshwari ma'am and the way she has presented her story. I think it was really heart touching. And, I just see in the future, if I could able to speak, if I can just influence people by, by speaking my story. So overall, and the way you have, mentioned all the all the pauses, and it was really great to see, that how people are very serious to, speak and simultaneously, to listen each others. So it was really good to know about, and it was really, I think I have utilized my Sunday today, I would say.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that you actually loved the session. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Anybody else would like to speak? Any feedback?
Yeah, I feel really very enlightened. I have joined after a gap of many months as a guest. It was a very good experience. Especially what I see is people expressing in a very different way, where the expression plays a very major role along with the speech, and that is what I have learned from Yogeshwari ma'am today. A very good expression. That's very hard when it comes out. And yeah, I see the word of the day was very less used, even it was not used by guests or even many Toastmasters as well. So I think that is where we will have to see. Yeah, thank you.
I would like to add, sir.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
In table topics, there was little confusion since I was new also. But emotions has to be, it should be a combo of expression and emotions for anyone, be it a guest or a member. So I would like you to encourage before also, let them express themselves positively. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mukta ma'am. Your table topics were fabulous. Okay, so all the topics were really good. Okay, and thank you, guest. Also, we talked about like how we can improve upon. Okay, so where he talked about if we can use the word of the day. That is really we feel that today we couldn't use. Many of us couldn't use. So definitely next time onwards we'll make it a point that we uses these word of the day quite often.
I also used it, but your grammarian didn't noted that.
Yeah, you used Mukta ma'am. Yeah, I noted. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else would like to?
Yeah, Anupam sir, this is Vishal. This is my first meeting in this proud group, and I'm very happy to see the way of interaction we people are doing, and everybody is contributing from their best of the capacity, and be a general evaluator or a grammarian or a. I'm very surprised to see the how people are counting the and well, so, and it's not very that easy, and you have done it very beautifully. So I would like to thank you all, everyone who is contributing to make this group successful. And I want to take this opportunity to contribute from my side to the group. And this was my first meeting, and I would like to place myself as a icebreaker session for next Sunday. So I need your help, Anupam sir and Surya sir, as a mentor. So I look upon you, and I want your handholding to me so that I can present myself better in my next coming session. So thanks a lot, everyone, right from the Mukta ma'am, Bhavna, everyone, Tasneem, Ranvijay, everyone has done a phenomenal job in today's meeting. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Vishal sir, for your wonderful words. And we are blessed to have our coaches like Yogeshwari ma'am and Sri ma'am. So, and then Dr. Suryadip is always here. Okay, so yeah, under their great leadership, I think we all are progressing. Thank you so much. Yeah. And next time we are waiting for your first icebreaker, first speech. Yeah, definitely. Anybody else would like to speak? So do we have anything left? Dr. Suryadip, do we have anything left now?
Sir, certificates are ready. I'll be sharing it now. You can do the honors of presenting the certificates and informing the winners, and then we can adjourn the meeting. After adjourning the meeting, I request all the members and also the ExCom to stay back, because we'll be having a very short 15 minutes ExCom meeting, which is mandatory because our ExCom has been installed, and immediately after that, we'll be having a very short meeting of how are we going to proceed further and what are the plans, what are the roles and responsibilities of all the ExComs, that will be discussed. So just give me a few minutes, like 1 minute, I'll be sharing the certificate to Dr. Surya. He'll be sharing the screen because if I scare there'll be some technical glitches. So he'll be sharing the screen, and our president, newly installed president, will be doing the honors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So meanwhile, we have 1 minute or so. So if someone wants to add anything regarding today's discussion, today's meeting, so please go ahead. How we can make it to
Anupam sir, the only point, one point I want to make it here, the time management. So if it is within the time frame, so it would be a great to everyone, because public speaking is all about throwing your thought within a given time frame. I personally feel that the time management requires here, and I'm sure that you will definitely give us a thought for that.
So, Mr. Vishal, I was the timer. So, can you please evaluate your the comment so that we can improve?
No. The point, the evaluation was absolutely wonderful, Gaurav. My only point is that to maintain a time frame to every speaker, maybe a table topic or a general evaluator or everyone, those who are speaking. So let us try to be in that frame so that we can finish the meeting in within the time frame. So we will be more productive and more effective within the given time frame. Otherwise, you have done a phenomenal job.
Gaurav, sir is talking about the overall timing of the meeting, and he is spot on that.
Right.
The longer it goes, people leave, or like the interest goes. So we have to take this point into noting. But having said that, sir, a lot of times what happens is the evaluation takes a little longer time because there are a few inputs to be given. So it takes a little longer time. And even a task taken by any member is a first timer. So it adds to a little more time. So the time frame increases a little bit. We all are in the learning process. So it adds to whatever the time delay that you're talking about. But we will surely improve upon.
Yeah, 100%. We will make it happen, Bhushan. We all are there with each other.
You said that word "we" is so beautiful to hear. Thank you.
The certificates are ready. I would like to answer Vishal sir's concern about the timing. Sir, today we had extra events such as inducting the new members and installing the XCOM. If that was not there, it actually took 30 minutes. If that was not there, obviously we'll be on time. So yes, from the future meetings, we'll make sure that we are starting on time and ending on time. Don't worry about it. So the certificates are ready. Dr. Suryadeep will be sharing the certificates. Are the certificates ready? Yes.
Okay. So I think the best speaker prepared speeches, I think it goes to our club coach, TM Yogeshwari. And congratulations to you, ma'am. Yeah. We all can clap for it. Best primary role player, Dr. Suryadeep, once again. So yeah, congrats to you, sir. Okay, so this time, thank you so much. So best auxiliary role player, it is to me. So thank you so much. Thank you. And again, best evaluator. So yeah, congratulations, Dr. Suryadeep. And here is the winner of best table topic speaker. So I think Toastmaster Bhushan. Yeah, congratulations. Best guest table topic speaker goes to guest Bhavna. Kudos to you. Congratulations.
Yes. Yes, sir. With that, we can adjourn the meeting.
Yes. So now the meeting 208 is adjourned. Okay. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.